What a day today's been, boys. Just got back from Carlisle, still a little bit buzzing from sparring. Me and Josh, when we first met Danny Christie for the first podcast, said to each other that we'd love to film a day in the life of Danny Christie vlog, and today we got to do it. I rung Danny whilst we were on the way up to Carlisle and I said, is there any hot spots in town or any like notorious places that have got a bit of a story that you can take us? And he's like, yeah mate, loads. And I'm like, let's go there then. So we parked up in town and Danny just took us all the way around Carlisle, told us a little bit about the history, took us to different nightlife spots where he's had fights and altercations and bust-ups and gang wars and all that sort of stuff. So we filmed all that, so this is going to be on this vlog coming right up. Then we went to do some sparring. I think we did 9 or 10 rounds. I've just given Danny a voice note now when I got back and I said, what do you want to do about the sparring footage? What do you want us to post? Do you want us to keep anything back? And he's like, mate, that's your content, you do what you want with it. What will people who like to watch Danny Christie rather see? And I feel like everyone would rather see the full footage of all the rounds that we got. So enjoy the video, boys. Be sure to drop a like on the video once you've watched it. Put a comment in there letting us know what you thought about it. And please subscribe to the Fully Game YouTube channel. Getting all the goods in. Doubling up on everything. Vitamin C, lion's mane, sea moss, krill oil.
Moschino, every cutie with the booty, boy, the coochie. Now who's the real dookie? Meaning who's really the shit? Them niggas ride dicks. Frank White pushed the 6 on the Lexus LX 4.5. Bulletproof glass tips if I want some ass. Gon' blast sweet first, ask questions last.
Have you said that postcode then? That's my house. Just give me a ring when you 5 minutes. I'll come up with an eye out for you.
Yeah, Sam will do, mate.
Alright, perfect, lad. We'll see you soon.
Well, see you in a bit, mate.
Still leave you on the pavement. Condo paid for, no car payment. At my arraignment, note for the plaintiff. Your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty.
So she told me, oh, you've left some clothes here. I went, all right, I'll just get them next time. About half an hour later, sends me a picture or a video in a t-shirt and a hoodie. I love wearing your t-shirts. Never seen this t-shirt before in my life. And we walked into these bushes. I was on top of a shag, you know. I just heard some rustling like in front of me. I looked up, there was a fucking big badger just running at me. About that fucking big mate, about a metre off me. I shit myself, jumped up. It seen me, looked at me, and span around, turned off. If that had attacked me, I'd have just left her.
Growing up just here, Club Excess. It wasn't posh back there. Back in the day, it was like a proper rough little nightclub. Club Excess used to queue all the way down there for it. And the fights and that were on here over the years, just unbelievable. Non-stop, too many to mention. And it was like when you're first going out uptown, you're 18 and that, and it's at that point where everyone's still, there's chew with all the estates, you know, like now everyone gets on, you know what I mean? But back then it's like Harrowby, Cuddock, Raffles, Morton, you know what I mean? Everyone's like, everywhere's like separated, and as soon as anyone come across each other in a nightclub or out, it was just on. Fucking good time. 5 towns, everyone's from different towns. Apparently everyone would just stand in different corners at club and just fucking eye each other up and just target each other there. Yeah. That's been shut for about 10 years. Even before that, there was at the road, the sand centre. It's all new now, but they used to have like an under 18s roller skating disco there, and it was absolute bedlam. Always people getting hit with roller skates, and loads of people getting knocked out, and like gang fights and that. The pal of mine, Carl, had a fight with a lad, Erin, out there, like 2 13-year-old lads, 2 rough lads, and like. I think I was about 12 the first time I went there, and I remember seeing this fight and thinking like these lads were only a year older than me or something in school, just like fighting like 2 proper men, like 2 13-year-olds, proper slugging it out. And I was like, fucking hell. Ended up mates with them both. How me taking drugs for the first time in my life when I was 11 just changed the whole landscape of my whole life, mate. You know what I mean? Everything that, whatever I was, like, your destiny changes, mate, you know what I mean? Your path changes, your journey changes, everything about it changes, like that butterfly effect. And I didn't know, could never stop taking drugs. I watched them the other month on like rats, put like a load of rats in a big maze, and they put about 4 ounces of coke in there, in a corner. And there was rats that was like going, this is like your normal, the neurology, and that's very similar to humans, the social patterns and that. So they're going, some of the rats are just having a little nibble, and they're going shagging the bird and that, and they're going like having a bit of crack with the lads. You could see like it's literally socialising, you know what I mean? And they're going back for another bit a few hours later. Others would have a smell of it and go nowhere near it. This is just like replicating people. Others could have a taste of it, mate, and they were fighting all the other ones off. They wanted it all, you know what I mean? I took drugs, so that was it, mate. There was no going back. There was no going back, you know what I mean? I just loved it. Absolutely loved the feeling of being off me nut, do you know what I mean? You think if told you before you'd have took drugs, never do this, they fucking can potentially destroy your life and change the path, you'd have listened to them or not?
Maybe, but mate, there wasn't too many people around like that.
This year,
That purple bit there was outrageous, it was like a gay bar. Before that it was Yates's. Now, come in here on a Saturday. It was like about the time when we used to take E's all weekend, every weekend. So you started them on a Thursday, you went to work on the Friday off your nut. Kept taking them at work, and it was Thursday through Sunday every day for about 5 years. Everyone used to meet at Woodrow Wilson's on a Saturday morning. Everyone used to go home and get a shower and that, and maybe change your shirt and get a quick spruce and come back uptown and meet at Woodrow Wilson's 8 o'clock in the morning. We used to do a town run. This was Yates's. I'm coming here one Saturday. I've told this story before. Coming here one Saturday, there was this entrance, there's another entrance in the lane, what I'll show you. Walked in here, a few doormen and that. At the back was like a gang of Harrowby lads. There were like 20 plus lads there.
What lads?
Harrowby lads. Another estate, neighbouring estate. Walked in, 20 plus of them. We were about 20 strong anyway. And it was one of them, like by the time, never really noticed they were all in there until all of us were in. So the last ones in, we're all in there at the other end of the bar. And everyone's just like, oh, Dick of this, and it just separated. There was women who knew people and that, they were just running. Women were just scarpering. And like all the bar staff and that were like, they just knew it was going to go off. So we just stood, this like big 20-foot gap in the dance floor appeared. We're all shouting at them, they're shouting at us, it's going to go off. Kid of mine, Rye, good pal of mine from way back, come out here, because they were at the back end, come out here, went down the lane, come in the back, behind them lot, come in behind them lot, fucking famous story around here now anyway, snuck to the very front, stood beside their top boy, this Johnny W, I won't say his name, he's a good lad to speak to him now, sound, rough lad as well, stood right beside him, like literally beside him, we were all like, oh, and he just went like that, crack, just sank him, and that was it mate, it just went off like I've never seen before. All the people I grew up with were there. There was like tables, bottles, absolute carnage, people grabbing bottles out the optics, putting them over people's heads, all the staff were running for cover, the doorman come in. We got to here, I just remember looking and there was like 2 or 3 doors scuttled in and they just stopped. It was like, whoa, fucking get out of there. A few of them got dealt with, but they just got out. And I remember that day, I don't know what it was, but I remember there was something on, whether it was a football match or there was a kick-off on the other side of town, but we knew the police were going to be a while. Something was happening, and it went on for about 10 minutes without the police. And by the time we left, there was loads of people unconscious. A lot of our lads had got hurt as well, but we definitely got the better of them. And not one person got arrested. Not one person got nicked, and I remember we ended up back in the kitchen at the back end of Curragh there, just laughing about it. And that story's been, we still talk about that now, what happened in there that day. It was fucking absolute chaos. Just down here around that corner, the taxi rank, fucking, like the Wild West, man. After you go there after midnight on a Friday, Saturday, it was just chaos. Absolute chaos. And again, you're getting gangs of lads from all over the town, all meeting at the same taxi rank. It's a recipe for disaster. And
all just fist fights and that one.
All just fist fights, yeah. No, I never remember any weapon fights really growing up on that, apart from pub kick-offs and that when glasses are just getting involved. But that was where I got my first proper chinning down there. I was like 19, 20 maybe, thereabouts. Big lad of mine who ended up being a good pal of mine as well, pushed in front of us. He was about 6'3", 6'4", about 17 stone, big lump, and I was pretty small at the time, but just loved it. And he just walked in front of us, me and my little pal, my best pal who I've had loads of fights with. We've backed each other up all our lives. My best man at my wedding, my best mate in the world, just me and him, take anyone on. And there's like 4 of them, pushed in front of us and said something like, just some half-assed little remark or something. So I just went, oh. And it's the second he spun round, I put like 4 shots on him. A proper good combo, I can't remember what it was, I just remember like bang, 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 4 good shots. I was like, brilliant. And I don't know whether I stopped to admire them punches for a second, or what I done, but I just stopped for a second, and that was it. I woke up on the white line in the middle of the road, and when I woke up, Andy was out. Andy was like stopping them, kicking us and all that. And I got up and I dropped this kid. And Andy was like, oh, he's helping us. He's helping us. I thought he was one of them. Anyway, we ended up took off, when our hands full, so we just fucked off, I'd been sparked. And I said, what happened there? And he said, Danny, he just let go with his right hand from his hip. And he said, and it just sent you like 8 foot in the air. And And I was like, fucking keep that to yourself, don't fucking tell anyone that. And I ended up speaking to him a few days later on the phone, and I was like, we were just laughing at each other, went to meet each other, had a pint, and then that was it.
No way.
Down, me and Andy, the lad I've just mentioned, we were coming home down here one night. There was a load of jocks stood in the middle of there eating chips and all that. I heard the accents and I was like, just one of them dickheads, you know what I mean? So I was just like, jock faggots, move. And the lad was like, who are you calling a faggot and that? So I just said, I carried on walking. I thought maybe a few of them there. So I got to like here and I was shouting faggots. So they all come marching over. I hit this one kid and he went down. And he looked quite bad on the floor, so the lads were trying to get his attention. So I was like, Andy, listen, let's take off. We were running down here. We got a few paces down here before they all started chasing us. There was a quick save there where that black shop is down there. Quick save, and like there's like an entrance to it. We got down there. We were getting coursed. They were getting closer and closer. Andy was just like, just stop. The kids come on. I remember Andy, my best pal, hit this kid, and he like kept running. He like sort of backflipped this kid and like wiped him out. I ended up fighting with this one of the hardest one out of them all, this little bald mush. We were just like young, this was a proper mush. Fighting in the middle of the road there because the town used to get shut off. Fighting in the middle of the road there. A taxi driver called Tony Moynan pulled up and he was like, get in the back. So we got in the back and we were taking off and they were running after the taxis. We were just like that at the back. And 2 days later or something, we watched that film, remember that Football Factory?
Yeah.
We watched that film and there was like a scene in it where they're taking off in the taxi and I'm like that to my mate, look at that, we'd done that 2 nights ago when they're chasing after the taxi. Yeah, fucking madness. Them walls that you can see there went right the way around the city. Carlisle Castle, like the whole city was just encapsulated in walls, west walls. The castle was we'll get there and I'll show you the buildings in the town. There's a hello Mark, you alright? There's the face, you'll see it in a minute, it's like got 4 faces, but there's only a clock on 3 sides because we won't give the jocks the time of day, so we don't have a clock on that side, you know what I mean? The jocks just over the way, they weren't the easiest people to conquer and that, so every time they sent centurions up there they were like come back in tatters. So after like losing so many men and so many missions up there, they just said, you know something, let's just build a wall 60 mile long and just
save the bodies.
Just give them a kingdom of their own, you know what I mean? Yeah. We'll keep out of there, they keep out of here.
Did you find Tommy did that a little bit on podcasts? Just took himself away with words.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy's just his brain, that's just what his brain's like, he needs to fucking, he's got a wealth of knowledge on so many different stuff. You start him off down a road on something and he's just fucking gone. He's just gone, you know what I mean? He's a very self-educated lad, you know what I mean? What he doesn't know about politics and that, which isn't exactly an area I know what I'm talking about in. Politics, religion, anything like that, he can fucking talk about it for hours at length. But yeah.
You still speak to him?
Yeah, still speak to him. Loads of memories on here as a kid, man, coming up, running up and down here. We used to sneak in whenever you had to pay the admission fee and sneak in, and once you were in and past the gate, you were hard to catch because there's that many different ways you can go. Staff chasing us about and that. There's like all the armour and that in there, and loads of like curtains to hide behind. So once you got round one bend, you could hide behind curtains, you could stash, you could go right up to the top. There was little ladders down other side different ways and that. Once you were in there, it was like you made it, that was your whole day, getting chest off the staff. Do you know what I mean? You made it into like a 4 or 5 hour day, just getting chest.
Do you feel like Carlisle's becoming a better place to live, worse place to live? Where's your head at with that?
I'm not sure, mate. It definitely seems a lot less violent than it used to. But I think that's maybe just an age thing. Just seems dead bad when there's gangs of teens and that everywhere. But it's one of them. The world's it's just changing like everywhere else. Just becoming very busy, very multicultural. And a lot of newcomers seem to be coming in all the time. The housing estates popping up left and right. It's not like the little untouched city what it used to be. But I still love it. I love the place to bits, man.
You'll stay here forever?
Maybe. If I move out, I'll just be moving a couple of mile out of town, just so it's access to in that. It's just one of them. Just always be home.
About 50-60%.
Yeah.
But then to ramp up the pace and get a bit more tired, we just started doing a bit of body sparring, then did like alternating rounds, body sparring, full sparring. End up doing 17 rounds in them, so
Fucking hell, it's a good session.
you learn and then you get your conditioning with body sparring. And
So that was like the height of the wall right the way around the city, keep the jocks out.
That's mad, that, eh? You could crack that, Barry.
The fact that you can punch, you've got long arms and just dead patient and just good. He surprised us in sparring a few times. Just one of them that's just got on some nice, subtle, little effective moves, you know what I mean? Him and Lewis Keane too, good lads. I'll be looking to spar with them over the next couple of weeks.
got everything firing now. Got my joints and legs ready to roll now. I'm just going to do about another 5-10 minutes just getting everything warm, get my core warm, get some breath work sorted because my heart rate's higher than it should be right now. It's always like that though, no matter who you're sparring.
Yeah, pre-sparring.
But when you're sparring with Danny, it's a bit of a different feeling.
Pre-spar nerves feel good. Yeah.
He's been shitting in carrier bags, in. Similar ritual each time you warm up?
Yeah, just get the blood pumping and that, don't do too much, just get a little sweat on, get warm. I only really want to be sparring southpaws from now on, because that's who I'm facing, and normally, I'll be honest, I'm shit with them, you know what I mean? I just turn it into a fight. I need to try and fix my brain on.
Your eyebrows.
Thank you, brother.
More nervous to sparring when you do a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, mad that, innit? When you go away for spar days, and you know it's going to be a full out spar, and they're going to try and give it to you.
That's when you feel it now.
Yeah. That's why it's always good to take your coach down. No matter how good their intentions are, your coach will stop it before they will. You know what I mean? I've had a limit he took on us once or twice with like really good lads. My coach was there. Me, I want to keep going. My coach would have been like, fuck that.
You could do differently. You can't manage something different.
My foot,
Yeah.
it needs to be there.
It
needs to be on the outside when I'm stepping in.
Backhand now.
Yeah.
If you want to win that jab, get on the side.
Yeah. Nice.
got summer on my mind. Nowhere else, no Lord, take me downtown to you. People show me love, but I can't take it. What I said was true, real pain can't fake it. Still they wanna be with me, still they wanna live with me, still they wanna feel like me, still I can't believe it's me. Time you spend with me, I spend mine on being free. On the flight to NYC, I see you in the city. I wonder why you want to lie when you see me cry, when you see me shine, when you see me high, when you see me die. Where we from, you don't know. You will know where we will go. Yeah, I'm here, where are you?
thank you, bro.
A lot better. I knew you were decent. A lot better with your range and that I thought you would be.
Cheers, bro.
Just making us miss by that inch all the time. Very good stuff, bro.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, bro. It'll not be as good. It won't have the punch range and that you've got. I'm gonna fucking close this cunt down.
Exactly. Waiting for the right moment, try not to just get caught into a shot. Throwing it early when you won't really need to.
You end up throwing a shot, what? Just out, more or less out of desperation.
So